Right. Before the season, the 76ers were projected to win 38 games by ESPN. And right now they're projected to win 48 games, which is two wins away from 50, which is wild to even think about. And I think that coming into the season, the Sixers were one of the teams with the worst prospects moving forward because obviously the injuries of Joel and Paul George. But right now, where are they now? They're third in the East. They're 6-3 or 6-4 now because they did lose to the Pistons, and right now they feel like firmly as a team that they're definitely going to be in the play-in, but they could definitely fight for that sixth position. And it's actually kind of crazy how things can change in like 3 weeks. And I think that right now this team obviously suddenly looks brighter because of Maxi and VJ. And when I meant that they have figured things out, I meant that this team has finally figured out that the only way that this team can be successful now is if they insulate Joel Embiid. And what I mean by that is that instead of him continuing to be the focal point, instead of him having to be the guy who has to go out there and score 30 points a night, and if they don't, then they're going to lose. Right now, this system of where they're allowing VJ and Maxi to take control of the team and be the focal point, and allow Embiid to kind of like when he's on the court, he is no longer the focal point, but he's just like, okay, pick and pass. So just he's doing much more simpler things. He doesn't have to do a lot of the hard. He doesn't have to take a lot of the load, offensively and defensively. I think that is one of the biggest things that is going to help this team moving forward. As Joel Embiid, who is 30 years old or somewhere there, is probably going to be dealing with injuries, and you have Paul George, who knows what he's going to be. And I think that that is so important. And one of the things I said is that as long as you have as long as you have Tyrese Maxey and VJ, I think that and him and what's his name, Maxey giving you 33 points a night, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, scoring 48% from the field, and 45% from the three. And then you have VJ on the other side giving you 16 a night, 5 rebounds a game, 4 assists. Literally, the fact that their backcourt has meshed so well, and I think a lot of that has to do with VJ scoring the ball from the three much better than I think even I expected. I think a lot of people did, and his game being more polished from the outside. And I think that because we always knew his athleticism was going to be there. His athleticism is phenomenal. His ability to put pressure at the rim, his ability to get out on transition, that was always good. But the fact that him and Max are able to mesh so well, and his game is allowing everyone to kind of like find themselves as like wing or on the center, everything else is like moving so well for this team. I think that those two have been the driving force for this team, and that has resulted in the team just having such a good balance to it. Because when you watch them, you don't feel like this is a team where obviously Maxi has to carry, but you don't feel like there's no one else on the court but Maxi. Everyone else is pitching in their smaller two ways. Kelly Oubre, what's his name, Trenton Watford, Jabari Walker, Adem Bona. Everyone is just pitching in exact Andre Drummond. Everyone is just pitching in such good ways that is leading to them winning, and that is helping them so much. And speaking about Kelly Oubre, I think he's been one of my favorite players to watch. I love utility players who are just like hustle. Like that's all they do. Whatever you need them to do. If you need them to guard Donovan Mitchell, if you need them to guard, who is he guarding? Kate Cunningham. They are going to do it too at the best level. They're going to create those energy plays that are just going to lead to winning on the margins. And Kelly Oubre is giving you everything that you need. I even wrote down, I said, if you need a three, he's there. If you need a rebound, he's there. If you need to guard the best player, he's there. If you need to make that defensive play, he's the guy. And I thought that was really cool. And not only is that, but he's averaging 19 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block through 9 games. His energy has been so infectious. I think his energy has been so infectious, and he's the reason why this team decided not to move on from him, because I think the coaching staff saw how valuable he is and his play style is to this team, but also to winning and creating that winning culture. And another person who I've been really impressed by has been Trenton Watford. Trent Watford has been so good. Obviously, he came off the season. He didn't start the season because of his hamstring, but right now, when you see him play, you see exactly why they signed him. He's been giving this team 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. But that is, it doesn't account for like how much pressure he generates, how much as a playmaker that he's been so far. Those 4 assists have been so good, and you can see that his ability to kind of like allow Maxi and VJ a chance off the ball, to move off the ball, or to give them a confident ball handler has been so good for this team. I've really liked how good he's been, and he's become a very valuable part of this rotation. And then, obviously, I need to speak about him, but Adem Bona has been someone I've really liked. His energy and his rim protection has been so good. I think I think when we're coming into the season, they did speak about how that he's going to have to play next to Joel Embiid, and the reason why is because he's basically going to have to take as much rim protection pressure away from Joel Embiid as possible. And I don't know how many blocks is he averaging. I don't know how many blocks he's averaging, but he feels like he's blocking at least, he's having at least 3 or 5 like brilliant blocks. And I think that he's been really good at that. Athleticism that he brings to the in the paint has been so helpful to the team. Shout out to Quentin Grimes. I have to say that Quentin Grimes has been brilliant. Jabari Walker had a really nice game against the Pistons. Andre Drummond has been really solid as well. And Jared McCain, especially, hey, he looked really good. I think he had like 2 or 3 steals. And if he's gonna join the mix, I'm really looking forward to that as well. Um, yeah. So just a final outlook for this team. So a couple of things that really stand out so far is the 76ers are sixth in the number of possessions per game with 105.9 a game. And I think that is so good, because that means that this team is playing with a really high pace and they're able to get out in transition. I think that is going to be so helpful for a team which, obviously, once you have Maxi or Oubre, VJ, get out in transition. That is the name of the game for them. No one can match them. They're so fast, no one can match them. So get out in transition. And then another thing I really enjoyed, and this also correlates to like the eye test, is that they are fifth in offensive rebounding percentage. And one of the things I appreciate about that is that means that means that they have the ability to generate those second chance opportunities. And with someone like Maxi and VJ and Trendon Watford and Kelly Oubre, who are able to generate fouls as well, I think that generating those second chance opportunities kind of like opens up the door more for those second chance for the second opportunity, but those fouls to build on the other team, for the ability for Maxi and VJ to get more points and everything. So I've really appreciated. Obviously, right now they're currently I think they're top 10 in offensive rating, 23rd in defensive rating, which sucks. But the fact that they're scoring right now is good. The only thing I'm maybe a bit afraid of is that Maxi, is he going to be able to sustain that play at such a high level? I think that he the fact that he is a bit further along in his career, I think that he's going to be able to sustain it, because he knows how to keep his body, he knows how to rest, he knows all of those like recovery and everything. So I'm confident that he'll be able to do that. And the fact that they still have Joel Embiid and Paul George, whatever they provide, one of the interesting things that I see for this team is that Joel Embiid is so skilled and he's so good at literally knowing his shots, at being a good shot maker, that I think that this team is always going to be able to have someone to give them that extra couple of points. So even when Maxi and VJ, who is kind of getting tired, and you can see that even when they are kind of going to regress in a little bit, you still have Joel Embiid and Paul George who can give you that maybe 6 or 9 points, because their experience is just so good, because they you can't take away they're good, because they're simply just good players. So I think I'm going to be confident in that and hope that this is going to be sustainable throughout the season. yeah, so can't, this team is definitely going to be in the playoffs. Can't wait to see them there. And yeah, really fun team, man. Really fun team so far. Yeah, enjoying watching them so far.